that this whole new variant which is there, whether it is alpha variant from UK or delta variant from India, are they more deadly? And current vaccines like Covaxin, Covishield, which are available in India, are they useful against these variants? So that because the breakthrough infections which we are getting, what is your experience of breakthrough infections in healthcare workers in a group like Fortis? What is your experience of breakthrough infections outside healthcare worker space? How commonly you see it? How much severe disease have you seen? Have you seen immune escape beyond breakthrough also?
Yeah. So I think it's a very important question again. So we all know that currently the Delta strain is the most common and prevalent strain across the world. You take whichever country, whichever continent, more than 75% of the cases are of a Delta strain. In fact, in majority of the countries, it is between 95 to 100% of the cases. There are few countries where it is still 75%, and rest of them are 25%. So we need to understand that why has it become the most prevalent strain in the few months? It was discovered somewhere in the month of February in Maharashtra, and it has spread between the last 6 months. It is sort of gone across into the world. The reason for that is that it has got a very high infectivity. It is known to infect very, very quickly. It is known to spread very, very quickly. If you look at the R naught of the Delta strain, it is as good as the chickenpox virus. That's what they call it. So chickenpox is a very rapidly spreading virus, and it's a very rapidly spreading virus means that if you have one person in the room, normally when the original alpha strain, which was original viral strain which came out for COVID-19, we were saying that if you are there in the room for 10 minutes within a meter's distance, then you are probably going to have an infection definitely. But now we don't even know whether that 10 minutes has come down to few minutes or few seconds. And that's where the concern is. And that is the reason why this variant has spread very, very rapidly. Also, the time it takes for a person to get infected and then have respiratory symptoms, which then lead to a respiratory failure, is also very short now. Previously, we used to be very sure that within the first 5 to 7 days, you would not have problems. Now we are seeing patients on fifth or sixth day having respiratory involvement, which is a concern again. So that's these are the two concerns which the Delta has spread. Now, Delta plus and Delta, I don't think there is a lot of change between the Delta and Delta plus in terms of infectivity or virulence. It's more or less the same. Coming to the protection which the virus have offer, the vaccines offer against these strains, I think there is some good news here. So let's look at the real life scenario, not the research setting scenario. United Kingdom, we know that the major vaccination in United Kingdom has happened with Covishield. Covishield is the AstraZeneca Oxford vaccine, and that's why it was the predominant vaccine which was used in UK. We see that the UK is having at least 25 to 40,000 infections over the last 1 week as well. But the hospital admissions and the deaths are comparatively less as compared to the previous wave which US had. In fact, the hospitals are not stretched at all. So that tells us that yes, there is a protection against the Delta variant as well. The second good and big study coming home to our own shores, there are two or three studies. One is from Fortis Group. I know that we have around 20,000 plus employees in the group, and very few of them, most of them are vaccinated, and very few of them actually got a breakthrough infection after vaccination. And hardly one or two in the entire group actually needed admission. So some of them may have got admitted for a day or so out of the fear, but the next day when they knew that things are okay, they have got discharged. So they were not really requiring admission for that. The third study which came out was from CMC Vellore, which talked about a similar sort of a size of 24,000 employees. More than 98% of the employees were having a reasonable protection. Those people who got breakthrough infections, very, very few required admission, no deaths were reported. Now let's look at the largest study till date, which has been looked at the efficacy of virus of vaccines, is the Indian Army study, which was published just last month. This looked at around 1.3 million Indian Army soldiers who were vaccinated. All of them were vaccinated with Covishield, and they found that the efficacy was more than 93%, and there were hardly few admissions who required admission for care in the hospital. And I think in the total 1.3 million cases, there were only 7 deaths reported. So I think that actually tells us a lot, not in a research setting, which is a controlled setting where people know that they are being studied. this is an out of the research setting, out of the box, real life scenario, and you're hardly getting an infection. So I am quite confident that the vaccines which are available in India actually provide a very, very good defense against this Delta strain. My concern here, though, is, sir, that what is stopping the Delta to become Lambda or any other strain? How do we make sure that we don't actually encounter a newer strain, which then starts becoming a problem in itself? And another question, sub question to that: would newer strain always mean bad news, or can a newer strain be less infective or less or less infectious as well?